Perfect.
Alright, well maybe we'll get some world record commentary here. But you're welcome to start your run anytime you like.
Okay. So timer will start after there will be a little truck, and it will end after defeating the final boss. So timer starts.
Spike McFang, this is such a great game. I think it's so cute. Action RPG. What would you call this kind of game, Jade?
It's
what
an
genre would you put this under?
It's a J action RPG, definitely. I mean, with all the, I'd say chibi-ish looking sprites.
Did we lose Jake?
I meant to ask you, Absurdity, what kind of game would you put this under? I
I'd
think
put
you
it
might
action
have.
RPG for sure. I know there's some leveling, but it's very I would guess sort of almost Legend of Zelda like in a way.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. So Spike McFang. Let's see. It's a very simple game. If you compare it to Legend of Zelda, it's not as complicated. You only have very few attacks, which you'll be seeing soon. This first area of the game, it's like a training zone. I guess a tutorial-like area. Right now we're talking to Professor Steam. You'll be seeing a lot of him. He's our mentor, I guess, in the game. Yeah, so we have a trial, I guess 3 trials that we have to go through to learn how to attack, maneuver.
Oh my
Everything
god.
you need to know how to play the game. Oh no, Jade just got stomped
Yeah.
by log. I guess stomped isn't the right verb for this. Rolled over? Crushed? So this first trial is jumping over logs. And this is perfect. I think it's great that this game teaches you how to jump right away. Move and jump. Oh, that's what I love about games like this too, is that you can actually jump in the game. I think one of the best points, or one great feature of a good game is the ability to jump. And you don't get that too much in, I guess, freedom of jump in action RPGs like this. So right now we're playing we always play the Japanese version, not because of text boxes like most Japanese games that we play in the speedrunning community. But as we mentioned earlier, the difficulty in the Japanese version is so lower than the English version for some odd reason.
So I'm going to have my first level
we'll
up
be
here.
getting into it later, once the time comes. So this next second trial is rock crushing. So Spike's main form of attack is spinning. It's used with the Y button. You spin once when you press the Y button, and it hits an enemy twice. But there's like a pretty slight delay if you just stand, so the main form of attacking is jump attacking, like you see here. Oh, and there's a flying grandpa with a pincer fairy. I'm not sure. It's kind of a weird kind of character here.
And if you're not careful and you mash too much, you will get dizzy.
Noticed that Jade spun and got dizzy. So one of the downsides to attacking while not jumping is if you mash too hard while spinning on the floor or not jumping, you can actually dizzy yourself. You'll still attack actually while you're in this dizzy motion, but you won't have control of your character. Yes. Oh, and here you go, hat tossing. This is probably the worst part of the game. Spike's other attack is the hat toss. If you hold down the attack button, you charge up a bit and you toss your hat, and Spike throws it. Oh, I should mention that the main character is Spike McFang. he is the son of Dracula in this game. I guess I could go into story as the game progresses, or as Jade progresses through the speedrun. But yes, this is Spike McFang, and his hat toss is amazing. You have to destroy 15 balloons. I guess they're... Actually, I never researched. Sheep? Or ram? I'm not sure. Can someone help me out with this?
I think it's
I'm not
sheeps.
Sheeps? Okay, yeah, sheeps. Yeah, it's so adorable. Look at these sheeps on balloons, and we're shooting down their balloons. Actually, I take it back when I used to say, or when I said there's 3 trials. There's actually 5, maybe. This part of
Yeah, 5
the
trials.
trial. Yeah, this is pretty simple. You have piranhas jumping out while you're rafting down to the final trial. We're gonna fight the fairy. I'm not sure. I can't Japanese very well, but in the English version, his name is. I have the notes here somewhere. In the English version, this grandpa fairy with a pincer butt, his name is Master Ching Kao Kiang, aka Clarence. He tells you to call him Clarence. And in the final trial, we are beating up his staff. Very fun. So we're using all of the things we learned during our trials. Attacking, hat tossing, even though we're not going to use hat tossing because it's really slow, at least for this fight. And there you go. Jade took care of that wonderfully. Although the staff could behave like really terribly for a speedrunner, because when the staff goes off screen to the left or right, it's harder to get in full attacks. So that could be, I guess, an early run killer if you're interested in speedrunning this.
I think we should talk about the cards too, which are not really useful in speedrun except one.
That's perfect. Yeah, I forgot. We just got that from Fairy Butt Pincer Grandpa. So do you want to talk about that, Jade, while we have this little cutscene going?
Sure. So basically, you can buy cards, which are basically items throughout the games, healing items or whatever. The only item you have to fear in a speedrun is the balloon, because the balloon will bring you back at the entrance of a dungeon if you're not careful enough.
Yeah. So, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And the one we'll need is later in the game.
Yeah, so cards. There are multiple cards that you can actually buy. You can't choose exactly which cards you get when you buy them. It's random. There's a shop in the town we just passed by. But we definitely get the balloon card because it's a item you get from your mom later in the game. And later on, we'll get another mandatory item that we need to complete the game. Alright, I guess I could talk about story real quick because for our viewers that don't know the game, which I'm pretty sure is the vast majority, let's see, if I remember correctly, there are 3 islands that the parents of the main characters like rule, but they got taken over, and we're on a quest to save our parents first. Oh, I just realized that you didn't level up. So yeah, sorry, it's hard to talk and pay attention at the same time, but ideally in the speedrun you want to hit level 3 during the trading islands so that the boss fight, the first boss fight against the king, goes by a little bit easier. But unfortunately, like, due to RNG with the rocks, the second trial where you have to destroy rocks, depending on which rocks you kill, you get a different amount of experience points, so you might not level to level 3 before the first boss fight.
And there's RNG over the fish too.
That's right, yeah. So I guess I might as well just talk about experience real quick, since it's pretty important in an RPG like this. So, contrary to popular belief, is that the right thing to say? Enemies don't give static experience, or I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but the programmers I guess they set experience per monster type, or for each monster rather. So some monsters on one map will give different experience than the same monsters on a different map, which is kind of weird. But since a big part of speedrunning RPGs is efficient or experience gain, it makes it a little bit difficult.
I got kicked in the butt.
So we have a bunch of Stonehenge. Sorry, I keep on getting confused, but I believe they're Easter Island heads. Very cute game. I love this game so much.
And I'll be using a slow strat here, which is safe but slow, which is grinding level 5 in this in actually this world.
Yeah, so let's see about leveling. So the level difference between you and an enemy, the difference or the effect that has is the damage dealt that you give, or damage dealt and damage taken. So it's essential to have, you know, enough experience or enough levels to like not get wrecked during boss fights or whatever. And this first major boss fight is pretty rough, I would say. That'll be coming up in a few minutes. Okay, so I should probably point out that one of the main enemies in this game are garlic bulbs, garlic cloves, I guess, bulbs, the full garlics. That's because Spike is son of Dracula, and garlics. Dracula, snakes. There are no snakes in this game, but garlics. So if you notice here that Jade is jumping while attacking while on the move, it's much faster to jump attack if you're moving rather than stopping the spin attack, since you have to stop kind of, or there's a delay in your standing attack. Oh, this spider is pretty mean. So this spider is only reachable through your hat tosses, and since you have to charge up your hat toss, it makes it as a difficult little fight since the hits hurt so much. There's a key that the spider is guarding that we need. Beautiful. Alright, thankfully, after the spider boss, mini boss, you get a full heal or health refill. Oh, I can talk about that. So, one of the major differences that makes the American version much harder than the Japanese version is that each time you level up, in the Japanese version you gain all of your health back. In the American version you don't. You're screwed. It's so mean. I'm not sure why they did that.
I hate backtracking.
Backtracking is definitely a chore, but thankfully I think this is the only time in the game that we have to backtrack. Yes, I'm pretty sure I think that's right. Back and forth. So the other major enemy of this, at least this world, are cats, because the first major boss is a cat girl. Super cute. I gotta say, the music in this game is really amazing too. Jade, what is your favorite track of the game?
This one, actually.
You like this one? This one's really good. It's a great way to start off the game. Even the training island music was really good too. But yeah, this game or the castle music here is really good. So the Dracula castle has a bunch of Garlic clothes. I guess, so the bad guy, I guess he sent Garlic clothes over here to take over the castle. I'm not sure if he set these traps up or if Dracula himself just set it up as part of his castle.
Actually, this is not the first game of Spike McFangs. The first game was on PC Engine and was a side-scroller.
Okay, so we're just progressing towards the first major boss of the game and trying to kill as much on the way as possible so we can level up and have little trouble against the boss. Soon we're gonna go meet our mom and we'll get our first card of the game, and only one of 2 cards that we ever get in the game. So we talked about this before. We're gonna talk to our mom and receive the balloon card, the teleportation card. This card is so dangerous.
Yeah, the one you must never use.
Yeah, so on use it teleports you back to Professor Steam, which is the old grandpa mentor that we've seen a few times already. It's really bad if you use it when you're not supposed to. Oh, that was so good. Alopix in the chat said, our first card, is it the Alucard? Oh! I love chat. I love chat. But yeah, so I guess the other big difference between the American and Japanese version that I've noticed, or that's a weird way to say it. The other big difference is that the American version gives you an empty card slot that you can switch to. Japanese version, you can't do so, so your card is always active if you use the card button. So that's why it's a dangerous card. Whereas in the American version, you could just, you know, switch to your card slot or empty card slot and not have to worry about accidentally teleporting back.
Safe strats are safe.
Definitely. Gotta use that marathon strats. Because the first boss she is very uncooperative and mean. Yeah, so the Easter Island heads, they're mainly the save dudes. So you talk to them if you need to save. And we're soon coming up to the first boss. Or after, we're gonna do a little bit of grinding first because we need experience and life for the first boss. Oh, there you go. Just hit our
Yeah.
first level.
Then I need to grind more than that. So this is the boring part.
Yeah, we'll be taking a slight grinding session here. Shouldn't take long. These bomb cats give a pretty good source of experience.
And we're grinding money at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Crap.
So money is actually crucial here too. Even though we're not going to be buying cards, we do need to buy a different item that we'll be getting later on. It costs 800 gold. So drops in this game are random. You only get coins as drops, but they come in 3 sizes: small, medium, big. Small ones give 1 coin, medium ones give 10. Sorry. And the big ones give 50. Alright, there you go. So, didn't really go over American version grinding. So the reason why you have to grind more in the American version, you have to gain more levels in the American version, is that I actually don't know if it's that they have more health. They might have more health, but they definitely have more defense. So per hit, you'll do less damage in the American version than the Japanese version. So right here, Jade is killing these bomb cats. It's only going to take 2 hits or 1 spin attack, but in the American version at the same level, you might have to hit them, I don't know, 6, 8 times maybe? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, about that. Oh no!
Oh no, what happened? Oh no, the circle, the A button. It's not too big of a deal. You're not too far. So there you go.
That's at least a 5-minute loss.
5
Damn.
minutes is extreme. Maybe 10. It's like joking. But yeah, that using that card is so rough, man. It's so
Rip.
rough. It's rip, pretty much. Rip wrecked. It's okay. It's relatively early. This game is too cute. Sometimes you would just want to press buttons when you see cute things. It happens to me all the time. But the good thing is that the card is gone. Don't have to use it ever again.
Yeah, and everything's unlocked.
There should be a way to disable the button. That would be actually good temporarily, but we do need to use a card later on in the game. It's a mandatory card that we're going to be using later on. Yeah, so here we go. One more backtrack for the road. Alright, so now that we have a little bit of time, Jade, on a scale of 1 to 10 garlic cloves, what would you give this game?
Definitely, if it's not the balloon, definitely at 8.
That's a solid answer. I give it 8.5. This game is so cute. I definitely recommend everyone to play this game. I guess we didn't mention this. We mentioned that it's cute, but it's also very funny. It's sweet and short, and the dialogue is really good. So even though the American version is really, really hard and you have to grind a lot, I recommend everyone to play the American version so that you get to read up on the dialogue. It's so cute, funny, witty, so good. Oh yeah, I love it when I see that Bitcoin. Oh yeah, I guess I failed to mention that. So the enemies have garlic cloves or garlic bulbs as health indicators per bar, or how do I explain this? Per level you have that many bars of life, and per bar you get 4 cloves or 4 tomatoes, and that corresponds to a certain amount of hit points. I'm not sure how it actually calculates. Yeah, the dialogue in this game is really, really cool. At the beginning, we meet one of the other main characters. You don't get to play as her, but you meet Camellia for a short time, she calls you a wimp. And that made me laugh out loud when I first played the game. So the story is that the islands of our parents get taken away by the bad guy. And Camellia wants to go save parents right away, but Spike he enrolled in the training camp that we went to at the beginning, and he didn't want to waste his money, his deposit. So Camellia calls us a wimp. So good. Here's other good one-liners too. It's such a cute game. I love it so much. Oh, one of the other dialogues, just as we pass by Mom, a lot of the characters in this game, if you talk to them, there's not many, and they only give you like one line of dialogue, but some of the characters tell you about the bosses. For instance, when we talked to Mom earlier, and she gave us the balloon card, she told us that Felina, the first boss, is a level 4 fighter, and she's very athletic. It's amazing that that's what they say. And she's very right about that. Felina, the first boss, is so athletic. She's mean. Alright, so hopefully we can hit a level up soon so we could get our health refill. Oh, I just forgot about that too. You could actually get health drops from enemies too. They come in small and large sizes. I'm not sure exactly how much health they give. Exactly.
Okay, we'll level up.
Nice. Okay, so Felina fight should be a breeze. You got it, Jade. Go destroy her.
So you want to explain the boss strats here?
Yeah, sure. Boss strats are fairly similar for all bosses actually, except for the final boss. But it's almost the same as what we've been doing so far. It's jump attacking and getting a good rhythm for jump attacking. And for this particular boss, we want to stay behind her so that we don't get attacked by her. She has a back scratcher or something like that as her weapon. She could swipe at you or she could throw it. So either way, we want to be behind her. That's weird way to say that. We want to be above her sprite when we attack her. Oh, and there you go. That's another part of this game. If spoilers, you don't have to go through this if you play it for the first time. Most bosses, when you kill them once, they level up and they get full health back, so you have to fight them again, and they get stronger, of course. They get new attacks. So Felina in this case, she gets one more attack. Yeah, nicely done, Jade. That was a great fight. She didn't jump around too much. Her new attack, she jumps up and comes down. There's a Final Fantasy move that does that. Javelin? Spear? Yeah, she jumps up into air, stays there for a bit, and then comes back down. Wastes a lot of time. It's RNG whether or not she does that.
I think it's a back scratcher more than a javelin.
Yeah. And here is Rudy, the other main character of the game. And unfortunately, in the Japanese version, they don't say the best line, which is, so Spike just threw his hat. He says, "Eat hat, cat," before he throws it. He throws a hat and destroys her. It's so good.
They say something
There you go,
similar in
Zacharias.
Japanese though.
Oh, they do? Okay, I can't read very well, so...
But it's more like Japanese humor.
Okay, so all our Japanese viewers, you just got a laugh out of that. Congrats. So there you go, Rudy, our the main character. Throughout the game, we'll get partners actually, and they will help you out in your quest to regain the islands of your parents.
Well, help you out, quote unquote. They don't do much.
Don't say that, Jade. They run around.
It's not Secret of Mana.
That's very true.
Now we get the nice storyline.
So this blue guy on the screen is Von Hessler. He's the bad guy that's taken over the islands. He's actually one of the owners of one of the islands, but he decides to overtake the other two islands. So that's World 1. Jade, how do you feel about how you've been playing so far? Nervous though?
No, it's not that. It's the stupid balloon.
Oh yeah, that was so rough.
I was going to do like a spin jump, and my thumb was resting on the card button.
Eesh. So the second world, we're actually gonna hop to the other island. So we start out in Batland, which is Dracula's island, and now we're going to Camelia's home, I guess? Home island? I forgot the name of the island exactly. But that's what we'll be doing soon. It's a funny cutscene. Oh, there's actually a difference right there in that first screen where we got crushed by a boulder. Our car got crushed by a boulder. Our alligator car. In the Japanese version, for some reason, a sign falls on your head after that boulder cutscene. But in the American version, they cut that out for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's too violent? I don't know. And here you go, we got some upgraded garlic cloves, garlic bulbs. They found spears, or they were provided spears by the bad guy. And this story, oh, go ahead.
And the coin-like enemies always drop coins.
I did not know that. Yeah, so those big coins, apparently they always drop coins. Good to know. Actually, I should take advantage of that, probably. Oh no! Oh, never mind. Yeah, so we got shot in the right ear. It's a terrible place to be shot.
And somehow we survive.
Yeah, we might be deaf, but it's okay. So, Alopix asks, are those hamster people? In the American version of the game, Camellia gets taken in by the Ratville people? Ratville people. So, I'm gonna guess that they're naked mole rats. Jade, what do you think? What did you think these guys were?
I don't know. I always thought they were bears.
Yeah, I thought they were bears too, but in the American version, Ratville, so I'm just guessing. Naked mole rats.
Now it's the annoying ghost part.
Oh, okay. So this game, traditional action RPG, you have platforming. It's fun. So on screen, you can see these little tiny ghosts. I gotta say this cute word one more time. Actually, twice. Cute! These ghosts are so cute. That was 3 times, sorry. But they don't hurt you, but they will bump into you, which makes platforming a little bit more difficult. Oh, and that's why it's difficult. We also have some flying octopi. Also serves our platforming tools. Yeah, so falling off these platforms only deals damage, thankfully. You don't die.
Or backtrack.
Or backtrack, yeah. That would be pretty terrible too. And we're gonna destroy this octopus for some reason.
In the Japanese games, you need octopus.
So far we've been avoiding the shops so far because we don't need anything from them. We don't need random cards, we don't need health cards, we don't need hat upgrades, which you can buy from the shops. But right now we don't have the money nor the use for any of that stuff. Ooh, nice, big coin, sweet, big money.
So this is the boring part.
Yep, everyone kick back and relax. This is a decent grinding session. There are these desert beetles that we're going to be killing for a few minutes, or for multiple minutes rather. They're the best source of experience, and we need the experience for the next few bosses. Oh yeah, so in order to get from one island to the other, we had to do our cloud, jellyfish, octopus platforming, and we just fall to the other island, the desert island. How's your thumb doing, Jade? There's a lot of jumping and spinning.
They're very well trained.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm a relatively new console Super Nintendo speedrunner. I only picked this game up recently, and I used to play PC games for speedrunning, but man, the controller fatigue that you get from jumping and attacking so much is so harsh if you're not used to playing with controllers a lot. And in this game, you mash B and Y a whole lot. Okay, so we have a lot of time to fill in. Let's see.
Got any donations?
Host, we'd like to read off some donations. Let's see. I guess since I kind of mentioned that you could buy random cards, there might be some use out of
That was
maybe
close.
one other one.
That was close.
Oh, I just noticed how much health you had. See, in the American version, if this was the American version, we'd still have one tomato left. But thankfully in the Japanese version, full health refill, baby. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that each level, damage dealt and damage taken is increased, decreased. Can we get a story recap? Says Lionlocks333. Yeah, sure. So the blue guy in the cutscene that we saw earlier, Von Hessler, he's the main bad guy. He took over the 3 islands of... I forgot the name of the country. The land of the monsters, zombies, Draculas, vampires, etc. And we're on a quest to get our parents back and destroy Von Hessler. Yeah, so right now we're just going through each island and clearing the castles and finding our parents. So here's a big RNG part of the game. I mentioned earlier that we need 800 coins for an item we need to buy later. And these beetles are our main source of money. Nice! Sweet pickup there. Yeah, so getting the big coins is Uh, RNG dependent, of course. Drop rates are random, but it really hurts to not get your 800 coins here, because otherwise you would have to over level.
Yeah, the grinding's really long.
Yeah, it's pretty long in this game. It takes up, I'm not really sure how long. Not more than 10 minutes, maybe less, 5 minutes. I'm not sure. It's once we get to level 7 to 8, it'll speed by really fast. It's just at these lower levels, your damage dealt is slightly lower compared to these beetles.
Basically, we have to get to level 9.
Level 9 is the target, yes. Nice. I get so excited when I see the big coins. It's such a relief when you get your coins.
But this is the only grind we do.
Yeah, desert beetles are the major grind. I mean, we kind of grind a little bit on. Are you gonna be grinding on LovenityJade? I forget. It's the snowman's.
No, not really.
Oh, okay, yeah. In the old route, you used to grind a little bit more after these beetles in the next world, but not anymore. Did a route change. So the next, I'm not sure if he's a mini boss or major boss, but the next boss is Croc. He, according to one of the naked mole rats, he is a level 7 fighter. And right after that, actually, after a few screens after Croc, we fight another boss, and he's a level 8. Level 8 tree? I guess he's a fighter too? I'm not sure.
I might actually hit my 800 gold.
Yeah, you're doing really well on gold right now. Only need 2 more big coins and some change. I guess I can talk real quick about one of the other major changes in the, or other major differences between American and Japanese. In the American version, if you die in this desert, if you haven't saved, which you don't save in the speedrun normally, so why would you? Actually, no. Even if you save, you teleport all the way back to town, I believe. Not even Ratville.
Yeah.
I think it's so far back. So dying here is really, really bad. Thankfully, at level 7, nice big coin grab. So now that, sorry, I just shut off my other sentence or train of thought, but now that Jade has pretty much 800 gold now, she could get 800 or get the rest of the coins off other monsters. She could just focus on killing beetles now. So the purpose of all this grinding is not only to make the bosses easier, but it's to prevent dying, which makes sense. Obviously, you get more health, your defense gets higher. But yeah, if you're not adequate level, like getting hit really hurts and it wastes time. But if you're over leveled, you don't take as much damage. You can just like kind of like breeze through enemies. It doesn't really matter if you get hit by them or not. Even bosses don't hurt you too much, not until later. So now that we're level 8, it's gonna go by really fast. We're done grinding, boys. Well, I mean, you just have to get to level 9, but it's gonna go by really fast. So, how helpful has Rudy been to you so far, Jade? Is he helping out a lot? Looks like
No.
he is. I just saw him go up off screen. That was amazing. What a helper.
He's sightseeing.
Unfortunately, in this game, they can't even grab items for you either. So, next to useless, the helpers. Although I had a person tell me that you can actually have a second player control the other character. You have to enter a code, I guess. Yeah. The other player still can't attack. They only could ram into enemies with their body. I guess body slam enemies, but I'm not sure if have you given thought to a co-op run, Jade? Do you think it would be helpful to have a second controller or second player?
No.
No. Yeah, so you have Rudy that helps you out, and you have Camellia that you'll see later. She's knocked out right now, unfortunately, but she's also one of the other main characters.
My god, that drops. I got good drop RNG.
Yeah, the big coins were favoring you today.
I guess the game is sorry about the balloon.
This game is very forgiving and cute. I'll say that. So we're just about finished here killing these beetles. You don't have to watch them for much longer, chat. We're done. Nice.
We're done.
Oh yeah.
So now the boring part is done.
Yeah, the boring part is done. When you level up, you get a call from Professor Steam. He lets you know that you've achieved another level. Nice little way to let you know that you leveled up. So here you go, Croc. And a nice drop on the way to Croc. So this guy, Croc, Jade, I don't think you have to focus too much, do you? Can I explain Croc a bit?
Go ahead.
Yeah, at level 9, you could see that he's level 7, the big 7 on the right side. Croc has multiple attacks, and they're not too important because we're gonna wreck him really fast. He does level up as you just saw, but I mean, per hit you take off so many of his garlic clubs, garlic buffs. But yeah, he has a few attacks. He could shoot out purple fireballs, he could shoot out lasers, he doesn't poke you with his spear, which is kind of weird. He has a spear, you would think he would poke with it, but he just kind of whacks you with it. And now we're gonna go up this pyramid. You can see in the middle of the screen that there's or I guess middle of the map, there's a huge tree trunk. That's our next destination, our next boss. The desert route. I like to iterate again just how cruel the American version is. The American version that was ported to us and made more difficult. So I guess if you play it for the first time, you're probably not going to over level. So you have to go through Croc, You have to climb up these stairs with a lot of enemies. You're probably gonna want to kill them and get hit by them. There's a save before the true root boss, but there's no way to refill your health because even if you level up, you don't get full health. So you have to buy a lot of cards. It's really rough in the American version, but in the Japanese version, thankfully it's simple. So here's the tree root, the desert root. Same business as always. Jump attacks. You only can attack him when his mouth is open, which is only during a few of his attacks. So he has this beam attack that you just saw. He also tries to grab you with his hands, which you're seeing right now, I guess. Which is really creepy. He's trying to grab Little Spike and Little Rudy. Really weird. And he can toss out these
There we go.
leaves. Good fight, good fight. He's really cooperative. So the reason why we had to destroy this tree, is because his water is magical, and we need that water to cure Camellia. And now that we have 800 gold, we're actually gonna buy our first item of the game.
Yeah, the lightning hat.
Yeah, do you want to talk about the lightning hat real quick? Or
Well,
I guess
the-
the upgrades.
There's not much of a difference, but it's when you throw your hat. The hat will stay in suspension for much longer, and the range is increased, as well as the damage when you throw your hat. So we'll need that item for the final boss, for its final phase.
Yeah, and so that's 800 gold. There are other upgrades before that, but they're weak.
They're pretty
Not
much
worth it.
useless.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a new ride too, because our old one got crushed by a boulder. So goodbye alligator, hello Batmobile-ish. I guess you would
It
call
is.
Batmobile.
It is a Batmobile. There's a bat.
Yeah.
There's a bat on the. It's like the Ecto One merged with the Batmobile.
Yeah. Oh, peace out, Rudy. Don't need you. I'm using the English names because that's it's easier for me to remember. But yeah, we just leave Rudy back. Thankfully, he can run really fast. But since he had to run after us, he's a little bit too tired. So instead of Rudy helping us out, we're gonna gain the help of Camellia. She's way more helpful than Rudy. Wouldn't you say, Jade?
Kinda.
I'd say she's more adorable.
Well, that she is.
Yeah, so the helpers, they have idle animations. Rudy twirls his pole, and Camellia spins. It's really cute. So here you go, the lightning hat. And this is World 3. We're in the Ice World, I guess. I'm not sure exactly. This is the island of Von Hessler, the bad guy. Oh, actually, no, not yet. Sorry, this is still the second island. This is still a desert island. Huh. But yeah, it's the Ice World. And, like any good game, there will be ice physics. We'll see that later in a few minutes. Garlic cloves have again, I'm not sure if clove is the right word, because I know clove is one piece of a garlic. I think it's bulb. Yeah, so the bulbs have evolved once more. They gain armor, ice armor. They still have their spears though. And we got some angry yetis. I should have mentioned earlier, but when we went into the shop earlier, the shopkeeper is a girl in the Japanese version. There's actually each shop has a different shop girl,
Dawson.
but in Dawson, yeah. Have you played the American version, Jade?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the American version, they actually took out the girls for some reason, and they are replaced by one NPC, one shopkeeper. It's I don't know, how would you explain it? Do you remember?
Yeah, well, I don't know why. It's censorship.
Yeah, so it's like
As usual.
instead of it's, I guess the girls are too sexual, but yeah, in the American version, instead of girl shopkeepers, you get a. I'm not even sure what it is.
Keep in
I'm
mind,
sure
back in the
if you go-
days, keep in mind that back in the days, people were not big on animes.
Oh, I guess that's true. It was niche, I guess. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys look it up on Google, you can look up the differences between the American and Japanese shopkeepers in this game. It's interesting.
It's not as censored as Earthbound, but still.
So that person we just talked to, she was very just a helpful NPC that you meet on the way. She tells you that the next boss is weakness, actually. The weakness to beat the next boss, as well as she tells you that he's like an 11 fighter or something like that.
Actually, she's the bad guy.
What? Is that for real? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
Hydra.
Yeah. So that woman cat thing is actually the boss, or one of the other bosses, but she disguises herself as a good guy. There's story involved. I could get into it later if there's time. But right now we're gonna meet the next boss.
Frieza.
Frieza, yeah. So this guy is I don't know, Ice Cube boss, Frieza. He owns the Ice Palace, and yeah.
Yeah, here you can't hit him, so you just stand there, and it's scripted.
Yeah, so the first encounter with Frieza, or what is this, Ice Gon, he is invulnerable right now. So it's scripted, you have to wait. I think I timed it at like 50 seconds? A little bit less than 1
Yeah,
minute.
something like that.
So yeah, we just hang around here. He calls you weak after this because you're not able to hurt him. But if you notice that in the middle of his chest he has like a gold heart, I guess? Or maybe it's even a garlic heart, I don't know, I never actually thought about it. It is kind of in the shape of a garlic bulb. But yeah, that's his hitbox. So when we do fight him later, you can't actually hit him if you're just standing, you have to jump. So there you go. We survived. And you got a glimpse of his attacks. He'll have the same exact attacks when we fight him later. And this whole palace is ice physics. You slide, slip inside. Very fun, I guess. And here's slight grinding. We only need to level up one more time. Are you gonna level up one more time? Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, okay. Oh, we are, okay, yeah. Yeah, so these snowmen are the next, what's the word? Efficient grinding spot? Oh, I want to give a shout out real quick to the Wall Crusher. I'm not sure if he's in chat or watching the stream right now, but the Wall Crusher he created the guide for this, or the speedrunner's guide for this, and it was very helpful for all of us, I'm pretty sure, since we followed it very well. There have been some tweaks, but yeah, he is the guy who started the speedrun strats, I guess. And one of the first things he says in his guide is that enemies don't give experience until they actually explode. So when you kill an enemy, they have to explode before you get their experience points. So in this place in particular, against the snowmen, sometimes you kill an enemy but you go off screen before they even explode, so you don't get the experience points. So it's crucial to, like, you know, let them explode first so you don't miss out on that free experience points. Those free experience points. So yeah, these guys, these snowmen, they only hurt you, I think, if they drop on top of you. And there you go. Level 10. Now this palace, this ice palace, is really messed up. There are a bunch of things that they throw at you. They give you status ailments pretty much. So in this game you could get frozen, you could get electrocuted, shocked, or you could get burnt. And I think it's all here. They toss every single one of those things at you. Look at this screen right here. I'm sorry, Jade, that you're getting destroyed. It's these little bomb cats. How adorable, by the way. When they explode, they'll burn you. There are falling spike ball cylinder thingies. There are ice balls that get rolled at you. Icicles that drop on top of you. My goodness, what kind of palace is this? And there's a bird. Yeah, this place is harsh. I don't know who designed this palace. Oh, I guess Frieza did, but it's so mean. So yeah, a few screens back, we saw a bird fly through, and in addition to ice physics, when that bird passes by, he adds wind physics, so he'll push you towards the bottom left of the screen. Alright, we're coming up to the soup part. You want to talk about that, Jade?
Sure, so basically we are going to get some soup.
Yeah, so if we fall down this hole here, there is a bunch of ducks eating soup.
I don't know what they are, but they're certainly not dogs.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. They are spirits? I don't know. They have ponytails. But yeah, they're eating soup. And they have a lot of soup. They're really tiny, and they have a big bowl of soup, so they have plenty to share, so that we grab some of their soup in the form of a card. And that's the other card that we're gonna need. Coincidentally, that Frieza's weakness is soup. So hey, we're good. We have his weakness. And cultural difference, Japanese version, they're eating nabe, which is like a hot pot. In the American version, they call it chicken noodle soup. Nice to know. Alright, I'm seeing some questions in the chat. Is there any more shops coming up? Asks Lionlocks333. There is no more shops, unfortunately. We only need that one upgrade, the last hat upgrade, and that's all we need for shop. Or going shops. Or that's all the shop going we're doing.
So here I saved just to be safe, because sometimes Frieza can be mean.
Frieza can and will freeze you. So right off the bat, we're gonna use Nabe power. We're gonna drop, let's see. Yeah, he talks about dropping 3 bowls is his weakness or something like that. And now we're able to hurt him. He's getting cornered. Hopefully we don't get frozen too much. Oh, I should mention that too, huh? So while you're in a spin attack, you're invincible, thankfully. So, even though you're invincible while you're attacking, it doesn't mean you're invulnerable all the time, since there's a delay between each attack. But, yeah. So, earlier you saw Jade get dizzy, and you can't get hurt during that because spin attacks are invincible. Alright, so let's go, Jade. You got this. Kill this Frieza. Channel the Goku in you. Alright, this looks like a done deal. Good job, Jade. Preemptive, but I'm pretty sure you got it. Nice.
There we go.
Nice job.
So now we're up for the final part of the game. Which is Lost Forest, toned down.
Yeah, we got a forest maze we have to deal with. So we're gonna... Oh, sorry.
Obligatory forest maze, yeah.
Any good game will have a forest maze. But yeah, we're gonna go to the final island, the island of Von Hessler. And we're gonna take a boat and sail on over.
Oh my god, 106 and I took the balloon.
Yeah, you're doing good on time. Despite the balloon. So the next boss is arguably, at least for me, is the most... the toughest boss for me. The next boss, his name is... Moray? He is very...
Yeah, I'm alright.
Oops. Saw you went to the...
My god, what am I doing?
Yeah, and you used the Nabe too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you had another one. That's so weird.
Yeah, it glitched. When I jumped, it gave me another card.
Whoa, did it skip the text? Or did you just...
No, I got the tags too.
Oh, okay. Oh, that would have been so nice if you actually skipped the text. I was gonna say, new strat. So here you go, boat ride, going to the island of Von Hessler. Alright, Jade, I wish you luck in this next boss fight.
I'm going to save just in case.
Yeah, definitely. Moray, the plant boss, is ridiculous. So many different attacks that sometimes are undodgeable. Or actually, no, they're all dodgeable. Sorry. But he's pretty aggressive and will ram himself into you, which hurts a lot because he is at level 10. If we're gonna say at level 10, he is 2 levels higher, I think. Yeah, so while we go through this forest maze, we have another question. Is there anything you guys have found to shorten the run yourselves? No, so Wall Crusher, the original route creator, his was pretty optimal. The only changes I made were pretty much different grinding, or just optimizing the grinding. So to cut out a little bit of time, we fight the boss a little bit earlier too. The boss is a little bit earlier, and that saves a few minutes. But besides that, no major changes in the route.
The good
So
thing
here you
is
go.
that there's times to tell you if you're on a good path or not.
Oh god, the the sounds for the right and wrong path, at least the wrong path, is interesting to say the least. But yeah, here's Plant Boss Moray. So many different attacks, so not sure if I should explain it or just let you guys watch for yourself. Just for yourselves. But this boss takes a lot of concentration, so I'll keep quiet for now. Okay, first phase on.
Nope, 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 nope.
Moray, dude. Why? Moray hurts a lot. Being 2 levels higher, touching him almost does 1 full bar, I think.
Yeah.
It's really rough. So yeah, Moray's attacks, let's see. So one of the major ones that you see offhand is his jump rope attack. He throws balls of flame around like a lasso, kind of. It's pretty much jump rope. It's not too difficult to dodge. He also throws green balls of spit out of his head, and they drop around him. Not too difficult to dodge either. Not too dangerous. Let's see. He'll throw vines at you if you're standing in front of him. Not too difficult to dodge either, since the main strat is to kind of stay behind Moray. Like most bosses, you want to stay behind them, so you dodge a lot of their attacks. And he has an eyeball attack that he has in his second form, which hurts so much because there's no delay between the attacks, or like there's no hit stun, I guess. So if you get hit by the eyes, you're pretty much guaranteed death, because if you get hit by the eyes, you're gonna be taking damage almost, I don't know, every few frames. It's ridiculous. So here you go. Round 2. Come on, Moray, be nice.
Yeah, he stuck me in a corner, and it kept attacking me. So what I'm going to do, or we're going to play it safe. I'm going to grind a level.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Like, Moray is so unforgiving. Like I said, like getting hit once takes off almost 1 full bar of your health at level 10, so thankfully the garlic cloves that we encountered before the boss, they give like, I think 80 experience each, which is really decent. It's I think it's 80 experience each, but yeah, it's a really decent amount of experience points that you get per garlic clove, and they're not too dangerous at all. Unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to hear the sound of the failing path, and I apologize. I apologize to all of you. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get that as my ringtone or my text tone because it's... What kind of sound is that? Yeah, so if you have to grind in the forest, it's so... I don't know, it hurts. You just go back and forth, you have to keep on hearing that screech. Karen? Oh ho 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 ho. So yeah, the garlic cloves, the garlic bulbs, they didn't upgrade too much. They have some jungle camo on, I guess. But they just like leveled up. They didn't really gain any special... I guess their spears upgraded from wooden to iron spears, maybe? Let's see, Japanese name is Zazaza Nini-kun. I don't know what Zazaza is. Yeah, so Mori is really unforgivable. Like, if you do the most, I guess, optimal speedrun, she, I'm not even... The plant will just like give you so much trouble. Like, it's gonna be a run killer, for sure. I mean, RNG, whatever, RNG coins, not big of a deal, but Moray, if you die against the plant, you... Especially in the second phase, because if you want to try again, you have to go through the maze and fight first phase again. Ridiculous. And thankfully the music in the forest isn't too bad, actually. If you play the American version and you grind, like in previous stages, some of them are kind of annoying to have to grind in due to the music. I mean, music in this is spectacular, but some tracks for grinding, not so much. This track though is decent. It's manageable. And there you go. Level 11.
Yeah.
Plant boss is gonna get destroyed now. So this is pretty much the final stretch of the game. We have Plant Boss, Moray, then we have two more bosses, Hydra and Von Hessler. So it's home stretch, we're almost done. And I'm a bit sad because I love Spike McFangs so much. Again, I implore you guys, is that the right word? I want you guys to play Spike McFang. This game is so cute, fun, short. English version if you can, and have time to grind. So fun. But yeah, let's... round 3. Round 4? I think it's round 4.
Round 3.
4 more. Round 3, let's go. Get him. Kinda looks like he's wearing a bicycle helmet made out of a watermelon, Moray. I'm not sure, it's such a weird enemy design, or boss design. Oh, I forgot about purple goop. So his other attack is purple goop. He shoots out of his mouth. His normal mouth, his lower mouth. If you get hit by it, you get stuck. So I guess that's a 4th status ailment you get. You get stuck. So phase 2 plant boss is pretty difficult too. He's more aggressive. And it has more health. Actually, I think the defense of him goes up too, so per hit you're doing less damage too. Oh, eyeballs! Actually, you didn't do much. Nice. Dodged the bullet there. I guess I lied when I said the eyeballs certain death. Yeah, the hitboxes in this game, hurt boxes, not sure, either or, is so weird. Like, sometimes you expect to get hit, but you don't. Sometimes you expect to hit, you don't. And I guess while this fight is winding down, you got this, Jade. After Plant Boss dies, he's gonna drop a ball that you can destroy. It breaks up into 4 pieces, and those 4 pieces could be broken up into 4 more pieces, so a total of 16 little balls. Those balls give 1,000 experience each, and that's ridiculous considering that this boss alone gives you 3,000 experience points. Most enemies in this game. Good job, Jade. That was a nice fight. Dangerous, but nice fight. But yeah, most enemies give less than 100 experience points, so these balls are essential to destroy. Like, you need to kill these balls for the fastest experience gain, because 1,000 experience each, 16 balls, you do the math, 16 experience points. So much experience points. I'm sorry, 160 experience points. I think that's the right math. Am I doing math right? But yeah, so the target goal is to hit 25,000 experience points, which is just a little above level 13. So Jade should definitely have it right now. It's important to hit level 13 because we fight the next boss, which is Hydra, which is the lady that disguised herself as a good guy. We're gonna fight her, and after you fight her, she gives you 10,000 experience points. So if you have 25,000 experience points before you fight her, she'll give you enough experience points to level up to level 14 exactly. So not only do you get one more level to fight the final boss, you also get a full health refill. If you're playing the Japanese version, of course.
So we're in the last miles of the game.
Let's go, Jade. You got this. Let's go destroy some bosses. So here's Hydra, or Endora in Japanese
Yeah,
version.
Endora.
First phase, I mean, at level 13, we could pretty much be reckless against the bosses from here on out. But Hydra is pretty... her first phase is pretty annoying. She has a bunch of things flying on the screen. If you get hit by her, she gives you a big hit stun, or you get stunned pretty hard. Like, you get paused when you get hit. But her second phase is like ridiculously easy for some reason. You'll see that soon. Yeah, you can see her health just melting away from our spin attacks. Go Spike, go. Spin it up. DJ Spike. So Endora, in order to second phase us harder, she throws away her best weapon, her spear, for some reason. I don't know why. Her second phase, she just stays in the back. Really nice, easy to kill. She has a dragon that she summons and resummons if you destroy it. But really easy. I'm not sure what they were thinking with this second phase, because this is a ridiculously easy fight. Oh, and she throws shapes at you too. Forgot about that. There you go. And now on to the big man himself.
Van Isler.
Van Isler. That's right. So, I don't know if I should spoil the story here, because I really want people... it's not too big. So it turns out Rudy here is actually the son of Von Hessler. And he's on the quest to restore his father back to the nice guy he was. It's weird because in the American version, Hydra, the boss we just killed, knows who Rudy is, like from the beginning. but in the Japanese version, she doesn't know who he is until the boss fight is over. This boss fight is over. Interesting stuff. A lot of little things like that in the dialogue translation. Alright, Von Hessler. Let's see. Von Hessler. What do you have to say about him, Jade?
He's a wimp.
He's a wimp. That's a good word to use. So first phase, Von Hessler. I would say annoying actually.
Yeah, because he teleports
Yeah,
a
go ahead.
lot.
Yeah, so one of his attacks is to teleport to one of the four corners of the room, and it's random. He does have these other attacks that will stun you if you get hit by them, but that's not big of a deal because the teleporting is much more time wasting. So I mean, perfect RNG, you would have him not teleport at all. Or if he does teleport, he teleports to the same spot each time. But yeah, he's being cooperative. Same spot teleport, nice. Nice jukes. Up, there you go. Across the screen teleport, messed up. So against this fight, of course, like most other fights, jump attacks, you want to stay near him, above him, as much as you can. But final form Von Hessler, which you'll see right now, we have a different strat. You'll see this right now. So the reason why Von Hessler wanted to take over the other islands is because this little spirit right here, you can see in the middle, top middle of the screen, he possessed Von Hessler. And we got a Super Shredder! So cool. So we have cheesy strats here for the final boss, which is actually even the fastest way to fight him as well. Unfortunately, the layout of his room was not made very well. He'll constantly try to fly towards you, but his throne blocks a pathway in these two like alcoves or whatever, so you could kind of just like get him stuck. You have to first lure him into one of these corners, I guess, and you just go to the other side and you toss your hat on him. And this is why it's essential to get this final hat upgrade, because as Jade said earlier, the major upgrade to the lightning hat, or to the hat, is the amount of time it spends on the enemy, on the time it homes on enemy. Actually, the hat homes on enemies, and it stays there for a few seconds. It's nice. Yeah. And he does throw out a few attacks that you could get hit by, namely the warp attack that you saw there, and the axe attack that you just saw there too. But yeah, so per hat toss, you'll take about 2 garlic bulbs, 2 garlic cloves off. So at level 16, that means 32 total hat attacks, hat tosses. But yeah, simple, easy peasy, anticlimactic final boss. So I think it's obvious to people that Moray is the true final boss. He is the one that will stop you in the run. I'm a bit sad that the final boss music isn't as epic as I hoped it would be. It's still pretty good, but I could have
There we go.
gone with like a
Time soon.
Beautiful, Jade. Great fight. Great hat tossing.
Thank you. So time soon. Time.
Good job, Jade. Nice work. Let's do some claps up in here.
Could have been better without the balloon, but or more dying on more twice. But yeah, it was pretty nice. Pretty nice run still.
Yeah, it was a great run. Yeah, Moray, Balloon, that's fine. That happens to everybody. So here we go. Final boss down. The spirit actually leaves and tries to find a new body to possess. Let's see who it is.
Dun, dun, dun.
Camellia! No! Psych. Isn't it strange how Camellia is stronger than Von Hessler?
Yesterday I was running the game and I was looking at the spirit, and I don't know. It reminds me of something. I don't know what.
Let's see.
To me, it looks like a ghost. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, I think it's something from an anime.
Oh yeah, normally when they faint, or if an anime character faints, the spirit comes out of their mouth, right?
Yeah, something like that.
There
And
we
that
go. Got some posing.
was Twisted Tales of Spike McFang.
Yeah! Good job,
Well done,
Jade. That was a
Jade.
beautiful run.
Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks.
Well underestimate too. Congratulations.